A Scottish schoolboy was digging for potatoes as a punishment in 1952, when he made an unexpected discovery, a 4,000-year-old ancient Egyptian statue. Archaeologists believe they may have finally figured out how it got there, news.com has learned. The red sandstone statue head, first mistaken for a potato, has been called a masterpiece of Egyptian sculpture, dating back to the mid-12th dynasty, about 1922 BC to 1874 BC, according to National Museum Scotland, NMS. It was the first of several ancient Egyptian artifacts discovered on the property known as Melville House. The home in northeast Scotland's coastal county of Fife was first built for the Earl of Melville, who commissioned it in 1697. During the 20th century, the site was home to a private boarding school. In 1966, a boy at the school was doing a vaulting exercise during a PE class when he landed on an object protruding from the earth. It turned out to be an ancient Egyptian bronze votive statuette depicting the god Apis, according to NMS. In 1984, another boy with a metal detector discovered a bronze figurine and brought it to the Royal Scottish Museum, where experts identified it as an ancient Egyptian artifact. Researchers at the museum then decided to take a trip to the Melville House to investigate further. They found more artifacts on the property, including part of a figurine of the goddess Isis nursing her son Horus, and part of a plaque depicting the Eye of Horus. In total, 18 ancient Egyptian objects were found buried on the property, Live Science reported. For decades the discovery stumped scientists, who wondered how the objects came to be buried on the Scottish property, more than 2,500 miles away from Egypt. Experts now suspect the artifacts were likely acquired by antique collectors during the 19th century. The theory is that an heir to the Melville House, Alexander, Lord Balgony, brought the objects home with him after a trip to Egypt in 1856. During this time, it was common for Egyptian dealers to sell artifacts to tourists, according to NMS. The items then may have been kept at the home before being moved to an outbuilding, where they were either forgotten about or abandoned. When this outbuilding was demolished, the artifacts would have been buried with its debris. Uncovering ancient Egyptian objects in Fife is clearly unexpected, and the subsequent research to establish the origins of the collection has provided a fascinating tale, albeit one with further mysteries which may never be solved, Dr. Elizabeth Goring, NMS curator, said. The findings will be detailed in an article in the upcoming edition of the Proceedings of the Society of Antiquaries of Scotland.